What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Dynamite, as well as the wildest wrestling news stories you need to know, including WWE makes huge releases, WWE makes a major announcement for 2024, Smackdown finds a new home, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. As always, we won't recap the show, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, upping the ante. A Grand Slam lived up to its reputation as one of AEW's special editions of its weekly TV shows, producing 5 high-quality matches and 4 championship bouts. Depending on the show fares and the ratings, AEW needs to consider producing more content at this level. Number 2, Sammy heel turn. Sammy Guevara's post-match heel turn on Chris Jericho was probably predictable to anyone who's been watching wrestling for more than a few years. Nonetheless, it was powerful, and for fans of him, they likely felt that they were kicked in the gut when Guevara attacked his mentor following a loss to Jericho. Guevara works best as a heel, and his new alliance with Don Callis should lead to some big things for Sammy, who has the potential for bigger things than playing Jericho's sidekick. Also, what a great callback to WrestleMania 19, harkening back to the feud between Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho. Number 3, Rey Fenix wins singles gold. As we'll see in the news, Rey Fenix's international championship win was not originally planned. Still, Fenix could do a lot with the international title, as he's shown the ability to work well against different opponents and work exciting matches. With no disrespect to Moxley, a belt like the international championship is too below his status as a main eventer. Number 4, some phenomenal action. Grand Slam focused on 5 matches, giving wrestlers plenty of time to work, develop stories in the ring, and keep fans glued to their set. Last night's less is more booking style delivered the goods. Number 5, MJF steals a win. MJF was over in his head last night when he worked with a kayfabe injured neck as he defended the AEW World Championship against Samoa Joe. Despite this, MJF fulfilled his promise of choking Joe out, albeit with a foreign object. Wrestling Soul to the Earth continues to show he's at his best when the odds are stacked against him. Number 7, AEW used Grand Slam to forward storylines too. Last night's Dynamite was more about putting on a star-studded matches, it was also about forwarding storylines. With AEW's Wrestle Dream show coming up soon, it can't be booking its pay-per-views with 1 week's notice, and its use of post-match segments, vignettes, and interviews always help build things up. And Saraya stepped up. Saraya has received plenty of criticism from us from phoning it in, but the AEW Women's Champion as well as Toni Storm over-delivered in the ring and showed fans that AEW's Women's Division doesn't have to revolve around Britt Baker. That was nothing bad, as AEW pulled out all the stops for a fantastic show. Of course, there was nothing downright ugly, as AEW made sure fans felt they were watching something special, whether it was top titles being defended or secondary belts being on the line. AEW gave fans an exciting Ring of Honor World title match, likely hoping it'll build interest in the product. What do you guys think of Dynamite last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now first we look at breaking news as WWE releases superstars. As breaking news as the WWE's began releasing some of its talent. Whilst the details are unclear, Emma, Riddick Moss, Elias, Rick Boogs, Mustafa Ali, Top Dollar, and Aaliyah have all revealed that they're no longer with the company. Not to mention just 2 more now, being Shelton Benjamin and Dolph Ziggler. This sadly puts up the tally to 9 wrestlers being released from WWE. Interestingly, Fightful is reporting that Ali's departure is not due to any broader talent cuts. Did Ali do something very wrong? It's not like WWE didn't have plans for him, as he was set to face Dominic Mysterio on NXT for the North American Championship. Now we may have some reasons for these releases, so tune in later. Next up, WWE makes major announcements for 2024. Now there are 2 stories that should remind fans just how popular the WWE is right now. The first is on the announcement concerning SmackDown's new home, while the other concerns its international PLE. First, SmackDown finds a new home. Now the blue brand is returning to the USA Network. WWE made a big announcement, as SmackDown will be back to USA Network beginning October 2024. Additionally, beginning the 2024-2025 season, they'll produce 4 primetime specials per year that will air on NBC, making this the first time WWE will air on the network in primetime. The deal is expected to bring in even more money for the WWE, as the Wall Street Journal is reporting terms of the deal weren't disclosed. People familiar with the pact valued it at roughly $1.4 billion, which is about a 40% increase over the deal WWE had with Fox. They suggested that the SmackDown's current home Fox wasn't interested in renewing the deal, and that it's confident its college sports programming will fill the gap left by SmackDown. But what's next for RAW and NXT? While fans know where SmackDown will air, what about RAW and NXT? The two shows currently air on the USA Network, but will they stay there? The Hollywood Reporter seems to feel the answer is no, writing, while the new deal will bring WWE to NBC primetime and Smackdown to USA on Friday nights, it will also mean the end of RAW and NXT on USA. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that an entity besides the USA Network could acquire the rights to RAW and NXT. TKO plans to begin shopping and handing out RAW and NXT rights over the next several months. There's a strong appetite for live content, particularly as media companies such as Disney and Warner Bros. Discovery look for programming to fill their streaming services. Disney's ESPN is planning to launch a new direct-to-customer service, and Warner Bros. Discovery's Max earlier this week unveiled plans to add live sports to its service. Although the WWE and USA Network have a long relationship airing Raw and NBCU, executives may feel Smackdown is a more attractive asset and worth swapping for Raw and NXT. Next up, WWE Coming to Australia. There's big news for members of the WWE Universe in Australia as they're bringing the 24th February 2024 Elimination Chamber PLE to Perth, Australia. WWE made a press release saying WWE Elimination Chamber Perth will take place at the Optus Stadium in Perth, Western Australia on Saturday, February 24, 2024. This will mark WWE's first event in Australia since 2018 and the only PLE in the Asia Pacific region in 2024. This latest international PLE is an example of the WWE capitalizing on global demand for its product, and it's confident that it can fill stadiums around the world. What do you guys think of this latest announcement? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, 2 injuries at Dynamite. Another 2 injuries reported from last night's Grand Slam edition at Dynamite. Jon Moxley and Adam Cole were reportedly hurt during the show, with Moxley's injury leading to a change in the finish to his title match, and Cole's injury putting an upcoming pay-per-view bout in question. First, Moxley suffered a concussion. Jon Moxley suffered what is being described as a mild concussion during the finish of his International Championship defense against Rey Fenix. PW Insider provided details on when it became apparent something was off. As you may have seen, the finish to the Jon Moxley vs Rey Fenix went awry when Moxley did not kick out of the move as planned. Fenix quickly nailed Moxley again and scored the 3 count, winning the AEW International title. Moxley was checked by doctors for a long time before sitting up and walking out. Ringside News speculated on when the injury might have occurred. During his international title defense against Rey Fenix at Grand Slam, Moxley seemed to sustain an injury where he received a Blackfire driver. It appeared that Moxley's head was driven right into the mat. However, PW Torch's Wade Keller is reporting Moxley was injured before the match even began. Jon Moxley suffered a concussion in the pre-match brawl with Rey Fenix during tonight's Dynamite before they entered the ring and the ref called for the bell to officially start the match. This led to a drastic change for the match, as Keller reports the finish of the match was changed during the match to Fenix winning and thus becoming AEW International Champion. Moxley apparently made the call during the match as Moxley knew something was wrong, but the referee wasn't sure of the actual finish, thus the ref originally didn't count to 3, even though Moxley didn't lift his shoulders. Dave Meltzer also tweeted Moxley was diagnosed with a minor concussion. It's unknown when Moxley is expected back, and as fans have seen with other wrestlers who are concussed, it can be difficult to name an exact return time, but we wish Moxley a speedy recovery. Next up, Adam Cole injured in a freak accident. Jon Moxley isn't the only AEW grappler who was hurt at Grand Slam, as reports are coming in that Adam Cole appears to have been hurt in a freak accident. According to a tweet from Sean Ross Sapp, AEW sources claim Adam Cole is at the hospital for an injury sustained at the end of Dynamite. It appeared to have happened when he jumped to the ringside area and he was seen limping after. Reports after noted that Cole was seen exiting the hospital on crutches. Cole's injury could affect AEW's upcoming pay-per-view Wrestle Dream, where he and MJF are scheduled to defend the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship, but again, we wish Adam Cole a speedy recovery. And finally, WWE terminates a huge business deal. WWE is parting ways with Panini, a company that had the license for producing WWE trading cards and stickers. Sports business reporter Darren Ravel tweeted, "Just in 2 weeks ago, the WWE terminated Panini for breach of contract with 2+ years left. The WWE says Panini, which is still selling product, is now in violation and will seek an injunction. Fanatics, which had a deal starting in 26, is expected to get the rights immediately." But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including our review of Dynamite. Hopefully there are no more releases. What do you guys think of them? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.